Welcome back to Real Talk Real Estate. We're here with Toccara Young today, and she's going to be just telling us a little bit about her journey in real estate and what that's looking like. So, Toccara, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, so tell us, how did you get started in real estate?
Well, getting started in real estate started over the pandemic, actually. I went to school then for it and never went back to retest because I got busy. I was an essential worker, and so never went back to it. And last year it hit me again, and within a week I was signed up and went back, and I was like, this is what I want to do.
Okay.
It's definitely something that I love, and I'm happy I did.
Awesome. So you got that itch again, and you were like, we're going to go ahead and knock it out.
It's time. It hit my spirit, and I went right with what spirit said.
I love it. I love it. So this is, how many years have you been in the business?
This is actually, I just hit my first year.
Awesome. Congratulations.
Yes, thank you. Thank you. My first year as a real estate agent.
Yeah. So what's that been like? What has the first year, what did you expect that you got? And then what were like the unexpected things?
Yeah, so it's been amazing. So let me start with that. Definitely. I don't know that I had expectations because I've never been in the field. And so I just knew that I wanted to get in it and I wanted to win. And so that was my mindset coming in. Didn't know what to expect exactly. I think in school, in real estate school, you don't get a very wide or real view of what real estate is like. It's
Definitely
really
not.
not. So I will say there were definitely some shocking parts when I did get in that you've got to be motivated. You got to, if you want the work, you have to go get it. And although KW provides a lot of tools, it's still up to you to do the work. And so that's nothing I'm shy or not used to. I'm used to doing the work. So that was helpful. I know how to do that.
Good.
So I hope I answered that question.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. So realizing that you really had to like go out there and get it. And I definitely think that's one of the things that real estate school definitely does not prepare you for that.
Yes.
Nor do they prepare you for the fact that you're probably not going to use half the stuff they
Absolutely.
talk about. What has been your biggest success so far in that first year?
Yeah, I would say my biggest success is definitely using the tools that were provided to learn how to lead generate to get the business. And I would say just from starting with one piece of business, built referrals to continue the business. And so I would say that's been my biggest success in the first year.
I love that because, look, there's a lot of shiny objects in real estate and a lot of things presented to you of, this can help you and this can help you. And it's like cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching.
Yes.
So that's awesome. So you use what was provided and we're able to grow from there. And then you're also in our coaching program. So what has that been like for you?
It's been amazing. So I think definitely, so I am dual career and I know we'll get into that. And the level that I operate at in my other career is a high level. So definitely, I'm also a business coach on the side. Coaching is something that I believe in. Every coach needs a coach. Every doctor needs a doctor, right? And so the coaching has been amazing. And I have an absolute amazing coach. Shout out to Darren. And I think he really gets me at the level that I'm at. You know, I don't need to be spoon-fed things. I just give it to me at a high level. And so he matched me where I am and gave me tools to be successful. And it's helped just build my business even more. So.
Love that.
Yes.
Love that a coach understands that, like, hey, I don't know it all. I don't have it all. And I need someone to hold me accountable.
Absolutely.
Because very few people are successful at self-accountability.
Absolutely.
So I love that. Okay.
Yes.
So you mentioned the dual career. So let's talk about that. So for those that don't know, what is dual career? What does that mean? And what does it mean specifically for you?
Okay. So dual career is working another job outside of real estate. And for me, that other job is actually my primary job. That's my bread and butter. And so it's a lot of balance for sure. A lot of balance. And I would say I don't give any less to my real estate business than I give to my 9 to 5, honestly. Because if I'm going to pour into that, I'm definitely going to pour into mine even more. So it's working, 2 jobs essentially, and one not being in real estate or in another career. It could be. But I'm working 2 jobs at once.
Okay.
Yeah.
So with the dual career, what has been most important for you to be successful at both?
Yes, time management. I will say that in prioritizing what's important and the time management. Again, coming back around to that because definitely in my other career, there are priorities and deadlines I cannot miss, right? But I've done time blocking. I set time out in my week on Sundays to plan out the week to be able to do both, right? Real estate doesn't have set hours, but you can set your hours. So I've had to really intentionally do that to ensure that I can do both successfully.
I love that. I love that. And that, I mean, that's one of those things where you can set your hours. People are like, no, you got to work all the time. It's like, oh, no, not really. Who told you that?
Yeah, there's no emergency in real estate.
Not a one.
And I'm happy about that.
So what do you think has been or was your biggest obstacle in that first year?
Yeah, I would say my biggest obstacle was adjusting to having two careers. I will definitely say that. I'm not shy of two careers because I'm, again, a business coach. I'm an entrepreneur at heart. I've been doing it, but real estate is very different. I've had to pour so much into it. So just adjusting my lifestyle to accommodate both has been the largest adjustment. And then dealing with things that I haven't had to deal with in my other career at all. I have a nursing background that I'm no longer in, but I switched to hospitality, right? And that's different. And now real estate. And so just shifting gears and getting used to those differences and all that it entails has been the most challenging, I would say. But I think I've adjusted quite well.
Yeah, I would say so. I would definitely say so. So why Keller Williams?
Yes. So I interviewed with several firms, and I know what type of leadership I need just because I am a leader. And so when I went to interview with these different market centers and firms all over, I just didn't feel what I needed to feel. And I've got some friends in the industry that suggested Keller Williams because they give you the tools necessary to start. And I was like, that's good and dandy, but I'm one that I've got to see it for myself, you know? And so when I came to interview with Keller Williams Ballantyne, I did my research, and I am pretty competitive myself, so I was looking at who's top, and Keller Williams Ballantyne was top, and when I interviewed at that time with the person I interviewed with, it connected, and I was like, oh, I felt it in my spirit, again, spirit-led. This is where I needed to be, and it was the absolute right decision.
I love it. I love it. So you mentioned spirit-led, and that just makes me think, what three things would you say are like your words or things that pop out about you, or what are those three like characteristics that you would say, Toccara, this is me?
Yeah, I would say God-driven. Definitely that's me because I'm driven by spirit and God. So I am living. I live in every aspect and balance. I balance it all. It has to balance for me at this point in my life. I do what I want to because I choose to. And so everything has to balance. And when I follow things in that order, or in the characteristics, as you said, that resonate with me, then I find peace and I'm happy with what I'm doing.
I love that. I do what I want to do. Like, that's a place to be, and everybody is not there.
It's a choice.
It is. It fully is.
It's a choice.
I think that's good to know and understand about ourselves.
Yes.
It sounds like you're very in tune with self.
I am.
Which goes a long way, especially in an industry, in a business like this. What is your favorite thing about real estate?
My favorite thing is that I get to help change lives. I don't care what level of life you're at, or in real estate, or what your goals are. I get to help change lives. And so to start with someone and they have this vision or this goal that they want, and to end with them accomplishing that is such a rewarding feeling. And so I love that. I love that most about it. And I love the flexibility and freedom in real estate that we have. So,
Yep. It is definitely flexible.
Yes.
Definitely be free. and sometimes, I mean, again, setting those boundaries goes a long way because you have to teach people how to treat you.
Absolutely. You absolutely do.
So we got our three books here. We got kind of, some of our fan favorites or real estate favorites. So tell me, and it can be from it could be from all, it can be from one. What has been one thing that stood out to you in any of these books? So we have Shift, The Millionaire Real Estate Agent, Millionaire Real Estate Investor.
Yes, I will say it's time to go read them again because I think at every point in your career, it can mean something different, right? But I'll say Shift. and I would say the mind shift. And I don't remember it verbatimly, so I'm not going to act like I do. But for me, the shift was, and just that mind shift of what I want and going to get that. I definitely had to shift my mind in many ways, especially coming into real estate. When you're in something for a long time, it becomes you. You pick up those habits and those things, right? But when you get into something new and you have a goal, you have to shift that mindset, right, to do that. So I would say that.
Okay. Have you found that you've had to shift your mindset from when you first started to now as you're going into year 2?
Absolutely, I have. I've had to do that, definitely. I've had to make some hard decisions, right, on what I really want and what angle I want my business to go in. As I get more experience, I know what I want to do and what I don't want to do, right?
Yep.
I had to shift that way, definitely. Yeah, and more immediately I found that out. So you're excited when you come in, and I'm going to say that my excitement has not gone away. I still love it as much as I did then, but I definitely have grown in that to say, yeah, I've had to shift because I know what I want and what I don't want.
Yep. And has that been with clientele, with the types of business? Like, what has that, what have you discovered that you want and you don't want?
Yes, clientele for sure. And what area I want to help clientele in, how much I'm going to give in that area and how much I'm not, right? And then also just the way I want to run my business. Exactly how I want to run my business has shifted, and just molding that.
Love it. What are you looking forward to the most in your second year?
My second year, I'm looking forward to growing more than anything and becoming more of an expert I'm already an expert, but more of an expert in the industry, and tapping into some things that I haven't tapped into yet, building new relationships, helping more clients, and just growing in the industry.
Awesome. I'm excited for you. I mean, year 1, sometimes when you look back 10, 15 years from now, you're going to be like, year 1 was a blur. So 1, I'm happy that we have this on camera for you.
Thank you. I'm happy too.
But also super excited for you. I mean, dual career, that is one of those things where it's just like, you do have to be motivated because it's easy to say, well, hey, I have this other career, this other job. Like, I don't have to do this. I don't have to do the hard things.
Right.
So to really say, hey, I'm going to dig in, I'm going to do it and be so successful at it. The sky's the limit at this point.
Absolutely. And I would encourage new agents who are dual career. It can be, it can be hard, but do the hard thing. As you said, it's so rewarding in the end. And once you start, like, it just fuels you more. Like, it fuels you to keep going and to do more and to set those goals to either be full-time real estate if that's what you choose, or to just grow in being dual career and figure out how that works and what you want it to look like.
Yeah, I love it. You are super passionate. Again, a coach's dream, we would say. And that probably comes from, you coaching and you understanding that aspect. So I'm super excited for you.
Thank you.
I know it's going to be nothing but great things as you continue. Look, we'll get a book club together and read through these books again, especially as the market is doing what the market does, which it shifts all the time. So I think you're right on track and right on target with running back through them and saying, okay, let me find the nuggets for this point in my career.
Absolutely, it's time.
Awesome. Well, we appreciate you. Thank you so much for coming and talking with us. And I'm sure that folks got a lot of insight from you. So thank you all for joining Real Talk Real Estate, and we look forward to seeing you.